Facts Verse presents. Everyone backed away when they saw these men, except for this mother. She acted. Before we get into the video, help us out by clicking that like button. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Most people take a look at the homeless and try to ignore the fact that they are even there. If a person acknowledges the person's there, they'll feel compelled to help them. To avoid taking time out of their day or money out of their pockets to help the needy, they turn the other way and ignore it, just continuing to walk by. There are some people who are different, though. These are some people who understand that a little generosity goes a long way. And the woman in this true story is one of those who gives. The woman was a college student who was just about to graduate, and as part of her last assignment in sociology class, she had to smile. The name of the assignment was Smile, and the assignment was to go out in public and smile at 3 people and document their reactions. Since she was a friendly person and smiled at strangers every day anyway, the assignment wouldn't be all that difficult for her. She planned to do the assignment, but she never expected things to go the way that they did. She went further than smiling. Everyone backed away when they saw this, except her. She was in line with her husband and son one night at McDonald's. It was something that she and her husband did with their children fairly regularly. It gave the family a chance to eat together, and then the kids had time to play at the playground located in the restaurant. After the family ordered, they were at the counter waiting for their food. Suddenly, everyone behind the woman started moving back. Her husband, one of them. At first, she panicked. She didn't know why people were moving so fast. She turned around and figured it out. There were 2 men in line behind her, and they appeared to be homeless. Sadly, they both smelled like they were homeless as well. According to the mom, the men smelled dirty, and when the woman looked closer, she saw that one of them was very short and he was smiling. She believes that his sky-blue eyes were full of God's light. He looked up at the woman, and while he played with the few coins that he had to his name, he said, "Good day." The man with him was fumbling with his hands, and the woman could tell that he was mentally deficient. The shorter man was caring for the other one. Seeing these 2 men brought tears to the woman's eyes. When the girl working at the counter asked the man what he would like, he said that he just wanted a cup of coffee. The woman realized it was all the men could afford, and they had to buy something if they were going to be allowed to warm up in the restaurant. The woman felt compassion that so many people lack today. As the people stood judging the men, the woman ordered 2 more meals. Before going to sit with her family, she went over to the men and gave them the food. She put her hand on the shorter man's hand and said, "Thank you." He went on to say, "God's here working through me to give you hope." When the woman returned to her family, she had tears in her eyes. Her family wasn't churchgoers, but they did believe in God. The woman felt that she was shown the pure light of God's sweet love that day through that homeless man's eyes. She wrote down the story of what happened that day, and she turned it in as her final assignment. When her teacher read the paper, he asked if the woman would allow him to read it to the class. She didn't have a problem with that, and when he was done reading it to the class, they all told her how touched they were by the story. The woman says that such a small gesture was able to touch the lives of the men in McDonald's, the people dining there, her husband, her children, her teacher, and even her classmates. She says that the whole situation makes her really think, if something so small can touch so many people, why aren't more people doing kind things for one another? She says that she learned the greatest lesson she ever learned that day – unconditional acceptance. Subscribe for more.